We all have this complicated relationship with our TVs and gadgets now, right?
Absolutely.
We want the best picture, the 4K, the HDR, all of it. But we also want to just hit a button and have it work.
It's a paradox. You have all this incredible tech, but getting the game from the living room to the kitchen TV feels like you need an engineering degree.
Exactly. And that's pretty much what we're digging into today. We're looking at a device called the DVDO Matrix-44. It's a 4K HDMI matrix switcher.
Right. And its whole mission is basically to be a traffic controller for all that video, so you can send anything anywhere without losing quality.
So that word matrix, it's a 4x4, which I assume means 4 inputs and 4 outputs.
That's it, exactly. You plug in, say, your PS5, your Apple TV, a cable box, and maybe a PC.
Okay.
And then you connect 4 different screens. The matrix lets you choose which input goes to which output independently.
So it's not just a splitter, it's more like a patch bay for HDMI. I could have the cable box on the kitchen TV while the kids are playing Xbox in the den.
Or you could put the Xbox on all 4 screens at once for a party.
Ah, okay.
Any combination you want.
Yeah.
And the key thing here is that it has the power to do it right. We're talking full 4K resolution at 60 frames per second.
With the full 18 GBps bandwidth, I also saw it supports 4.4.4 color. Can we pause on that for a second? That's a term people see but might not get.
Yeah, it's about color compression. Most of what you stream, like from Netflix, is what's called 4.2.0. They throw out some color information to save on data.
And you usually don't notice it in a movie.
You don't.
Oh.
But 4.4.4 means no compression, 0. Every single pixel gets its own unique color data. If you're using it with a computer, that's the difference between text that's perfectly crisp and text that's kind of fuzzy and smeared.
Right, and it's a huge deal for gaming, too. Okay, but here's the scenario that always breaks these setups.
Let me guess. You have a new 4K TV and an old 1080p TV.
Yep, my beautiful 4K OLED in the living room and an older, 1080p screen in the bedroom. The second I connect both, the whole system just panics.
It's the lowest common denominator problem. The source, like your PS5, sees that 1080p TV and just dumbs the signal down for everyone.
And suddenly my fancy OLED is showing a 1080p picture. It's infuriating.
Well, this is where the DVDO box gets really clever. It manages something called EDD. That's the little digital handshake where the TV tells the source what it can handle.
So it tricks the source.
It basically tells your PS5, don't worry, everyone here is a 4K screen. But then, and this is the best part, it has built-in downscaling for each output individually.
Wait, really? So it can send the full 4K signal to my OLED,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, it shrinks that same signal down to 1080p just for the bedroom TV.
Exactly. The 4K TV gets 4K, the 1080p TV gets 1080p. Everyone is happy.
Okay, that right there is the feature that makes something like this actually work in a real home. Now, what about sound?
It's flexible there too. It can de-embed the audio.
Meaning you can strip it out separately?
Right. Each output has its own coaxial and analog audio ports. So you can send the video to your TV, but route the audio to a completely separate sound system or amplifier.
That's great for whole home audio setups. Does it handle ARC, the audio return channel?
It does. So you can get sound back from your smart TV's apps. But there is one little catch. The ARC signal only comes back out of the coaxial ports, not the analog ones.
Good to know. So if this thing is tucked away in a media closet with all the wiring, how do you control it?
Well, you could open the closet and push the buttons on the front.
Which no one will ever do.
Right. So you can use the included IR remote, or what most people do is use the IP control. You just log into a web page from your phone or laptop and manage all the routing from there.
And it's HDCP 2.2 compliant, which is the copy protection stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the non-negotiable part. Without that handshake, things like Netflix in 4K or modern Blu-rays just won't work. They'll give you a black screen. It's a must-have.
So for around $499, this really feels like a piece of pro-level gear that's solving a problem that is becoming more and more common in regular homes.
It really is. It bridges that gap.
So I guess the final thought here is, as we all keep adding more and more screens to our lives, are these kinds of commercial-grade routers going to become, a standard appliance, just something you need to buy to make sure everything actually works together?
I think that's exactly where we're heading.
Something to think about. That's all the time we have for this deep dive.
Thanks for listening.